Now then, I introduced myself as Madman because I'm thinking of putting this onto my YouTube channel, but I don't know. Obviously, I mentioned my mate Roy on here a lot. He understands. This is I don't even know how this works, to be honest. It's a mixture of a lot of things. It's a mixture of this conversation at the minute around euthanasia, assisted dying, however you word it. Because having worked in care, worked in palliative care, had parents and grandparents at end of life, the whole debate around assisted dying is incredibly difficult. Also having family members that have had and died of cancer and things like that. I don't think you can discuss it. I don't think it's I don't know. If you've got an elderly, nah. See, I can't even word it because it also ties into. I'm 51, so I keep getting told I'm eligible to go for the prostate cancer tests. But I'm fine. So would I want to go for a cancer test, feeling fine, and be told that I've got cancer, and then worry until the day I die? Would that give me, depending on obviously how far down the line cancer is, would that give me then the right to choose assisted dying? If you've got dementia, one day you're up, one day you're down. And for the people around dementia, the families around them, it's horrible one day, and the next day it's funny as hell because the dementia patient suddenly remembers things from many, many moons ago. But, and this all, because I've got a fucked up head. This all ties into my, at the minute, I'm constantly thinking about, I'm constantly thinking about death. And I think it's probably a multitude of them things, and also the state of the world as it is at the minute, with the prospect of freezing to death, or the prospect of a nuclear war, or the prospect of starving to death, or the prospect of being locked up for saying things. I contemplate it all the time. And by contemplate, I mean, it's kind of enters the realms of suicidal, but it's not, because when I say contemplating and entering the realms of suicide, what I mean is sometimes I just think, would it not just be easy to go now? Don't get me wrong, I'll tag Roy in this. I'm not suicidal right now, as in I'm going to go down to Nuclear train station just down the road and jump in front of the train. But I'm thinking, is it worth living when the way things are going, and the old concept of we're all going to die anyway? Do I want to grow older? I'm 51. I live my life like a stupid 21-year-old. I do things that I shouldn't do. And I do it to stop myself being old. But one day that being old is going to come. And I'm probably going to get poorly with one thing or another. And I just think, would it not be better off now to die? Just turn everything off. And save himself 10, 20, possibly 30 years of constantly wondering and worrying and thinking, what could be or what couldn't be. I don't know. I get lost up here sometimes, as you've probably noticed every now and again. And it's gnawing away at me now. I've got notes to live for. Contact, anybody that knows me knows I don't have contact with my ex, my kids, whatever. My parents, my grandparents are all dead, blah blah blah, and all that shit. I don't even know where this is going. I don't even know if I should post this. Fuck it, I'm going to post it. Yeah, I don't know. Constant battle at the minute in my head. Like I say, I'm not like depressed, suicidal. I have been, and I've attempted it before. I'm not depressed suicidal to that point. What I am is, I don't know. Death's inevitable. It's up there with taxes and Grimsby Town not winning at home at the minute. But does anybody else wonder sometimes if the struggle of living for a little bit longer, for 10, 20 years, like I said, that'll take me up to 71. And then I'll be old, and then I'll be like, and I won't be able to do the things that I want to do, or might not be able to do the things that I want to do. And once I get to that point, then I will want to die. I don't want to be an old person that sits in a corner, just rocking and slavering and shit like that. And I say that because I've worked in dementia homes. I've worked, like I say, end of life care and everything. So I say it without being disrespectful to them. But I don't want to be that person. So if that's going to happen to me in, say, 10, 15, 20 years' time, and like I say, with the threat of everything that's going on in the world right now, with the talks of euthanasia, everything is just so depressive. And it's like, would we not be better off? You know, I've had a life, I've had kids, I've had good jobs, I've done good things, I've done bad things. I've been through the ringer several times. Would just turn it off now at 50 or 51? Would just turn it off now at 51? Would that be the better option? Or do I wait 5 years and see if I start going downhill and then make a choice? But then that's not a choice for euthanasia, that's what they're saying. And this is where it gets, when it goes back to euthanasia, this is where it gets ridiculously difficult. Yeah, I just thought I'd write up everybody's Friday. You know, what more could you ask for in life other than the madman talking about death and dying and wars and famine and freezing and everything else that goes with it. Happy weekend.